Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got some really exciting news that's been making waves everywhere. Taylor Swift and NFL star Travis Kelce just made things official. The two have announced their engagement. Shared the update on Instagram with a playful caption that said, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." Honestly, that line alone had fans losing their minds, and it instantly started trending online. Now, I've been saying this for a while in my earlier videos. I had this feeling that Taylor and Travis were headed towards something serious. The moment I saw Taylor sitting down on Travis Kelce's podcast, it just clicked for me. Their chemistry was undeniable, and it was obvious they were building something real. This relationship isn't just about love either. It's been a huge positive for both of them. Travis's fame has definitely shot up since being with Taylor. And let's not forget, Taylor is already a billionaire powerhouse. So yes, he gains from it. But at the same time, Taylor benefits too. Being with someone like Travis gives her brand another boost, making this relationship a win-win on so many levels. And here's the genius part. Taylor timed this engagement announcement perfectly. She's about to drop her new album, The Life of a Showgirl. And what better way to get the spotlight than sharing such big personal news? That's brilliant marketing, and it shows once again how smart Taylor really is when it comes to controlling her narrative. So, huge congratulations to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. This engagement isn't just a love story, it's also a power move that has everyone talking. Now let's shift gears for a moment, because while Taylor's engagement news is a perfect example of how to control a public rollout, somebody who might want to take a few notes from her playbook is Cardi B. Cardi's been struggling a bit when it comes to her music releases. Her most recent single didn't perform the way many expected, and instead of focusing fully on her career, she's also dealing with legal drama that dates all the way back to 2018. Here's what happened. Cardi is currently in court facing an assault case. A woman named Imani Ellis is suing her, claiming that Cardi attacked her years ago. The incident reportedly took place during Cardi's first pregnancy. She had gone to a doctor's office for a checkup, and that's where things got heated. According to reports, there was a security guard on duty at the office named Imani Ellis. She noticed Cardi was there, and like many fans would, she got excited. She pulled out her phone to capture the moment. That's when Cardi quickly shut it down, saying, "Don't film me." Cardi's reaction was intense, and honestly, it makes sense why she felt that way. She was pregnant at the time, probably stressed, and she didn't want her private moment broadcast to the world. Having a camera shoved in your face during such a vulnerable time can absolutely feel like an invasion of privacy. But the situation didn't just end with words. Things allegedly escalated between Cardi and Imani, and now Imani claims that Cardi both verbally and physically attacked her. That accusation is the reason behind this lawsuit that Cardi is still fighting today.
And Cardi B exited the elevator on February 24th, 2018. What were the words that she used that were so hurtful?
She used a lot of words, and again, excuse my language, but she was like, "Bitch, that's why I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna get you fired. That's why you do security. Ah, that's why you do security. Ah," she was sticking her tongue out. She was flailing her arms up and down. She was jumping up and down. Body shaming me. I mean, racial slurs, just a lot.
And did she spit on you?
She did.
Did her spit actually land on your body?
It did.
Why did you exit the elevator to speak with her after she said what she said?
I wanted to clarify the misunderstanding.
Aside from calling you the N-word, spitting at you, taking a swing at you, cutting your face with her fingernails, is there anything else that she did on February 24th, 2018 to you?
I mean, the whole incident was super traumatizing for me. She did a lot that day.
Did she ever apologize for what she did?
So that was part of Imani's testimony, and here's the thing. The way she told it, it actually sounded believable. Everything about her version of events seemed to line up in a way that makes you stop and think. And honestly, it's not hard to see why people might believe her. Cardi has had moments in the past where her temper got the best of her. She's been involved in public altercations before, and a lot of folks just brush it off as that's how Cardi is. But when you look at those past situations and then listen to Imani's testimony, it starts to feel like there's a pattern. Now, of course, Cardi isn't just sitting back and letting this play out without pushing back. She is outright denying the allegations. Her legal team is standing firm, arguing that this entire lawsuit is nothing more than a money grab. They want people to believe that Imani is trying to cash in on Cardi's fame and fortune rather than telling the truth about what happened. The big question is, do you buy that? Do you believe this is just someone chasing money, or do you think there's some truth to the story? It's hard to say for sure, but it definitely puts Cardi in a tough spot. Here's what Cardi herself had to say about the whole situation.
I didn't touch her. She didn't touch me, so there is no incident. There was a verbal altercation. If you think that that's an incident, a verbal altercation, then it's an incident for you. She didn't hit me, I didn't hit her. There was no touch. So to me, it wasn't no incident. And we arguing, cursing at each other. I did call her the B word. I did call her a bitch. Like, get out of my face. I did say, bitch, get the fuck out of my face. You're in my face. You're screaming in my face. And she kept telling me, like, you gonna leave my building. I'm like, I'm not leaving. Like, how you harassing me? I'm not leaving. Like, you telling me, how you telling me to leave? I came to see a doctor. You following me. You're recording me. And we're arguing. That's when the receptionist came out. She started wilding out, like, this bitch hit me, and I'm like, I did not hit her. I'm looking at her like, girl, I can't even hit you if I want to. You're bigger than me and you're pregnant. And I'm thinking to myself, like, girl's big.
Was there spitting?
Absolutely not.
Did you spit on Miss Alice?
No.
Did you call her the N-word?
Honestly, when it comes to Cardi, I just don't find her that believable. And here's the thing. Two truths can exist at the same time. On one hand, yes, I do think Imani is probably hoping for some kind of payout. That part seems obvious, especially when lawsuits like this usually end with settlements. But on the other hand, let's not pretend Cardi doesn't have a history of being aggressive when she feels disrespected or pushed. That fiery side of her has shown up in the past, so it's not hard to imagine that she reacted exactly the way Imani described. Personally, I believe there's a good chance Cardi really did do everything Imani is accusing her of. The problem is, without any security footage or hard evidence, the entire case rests on testimony, one person's word against another. And that's always tricky in court. Maybe Cardi manages to walk away from this with a win. Or maybe at the end of it all, she has to cut a check to make the whole thing go away. Either outcome feels possible right now. What's wild, though, is how all of this is unfolding right in the middle of her career struggles. Think about it. Underwhelming singles, court appearances, and even rumors about pregnancies. It's like the perfect storm of drama surrounding her. And if this is her version of a rollout, well, it's one that people definitely won't forget. Now let's switch over to some music news that's been heating up online. There's a lot of buzz right now about JayZ possibly headlining the next Super Bowl halftime show. Billboard even put out a list ranking the top 10 artists who could take the stage, and while it's no surprise Taylor Swift landed at number 1, right behind her at number 2 was none other than JayZ. To me, this doesn't just feel like speculation. It feels like a real campaign to make it happen. And when you think about it, it makes sense. JayZ's company, Roc Nation, is literally the one that helps curate the halftime show lineup. He's been behind the scenes choosing who gets that spotlight, so it's not a stretch to imagine that now it's finally his turn to step out front and take that stage. But here's the interesting part. JayZ isn't expected to do this alone. If this goes down, it'll likely include his wife Beyoncé, and that lines up perfectly because Beyoncé reportedly has her Act 3 album on the way, an album that's rumored to mix rock and jazz influences. On top of that, there's talk of her upcoming tour being called the Betty Black Tour. None of that's confirmed yet, of course, but the rumors have been flying. So imagine this. JayZ headlines the halftime show, does a few of his classics, and then Beyoncé steps in, using the world's biggest stage to launch a new era of her music and hype up the tour. That's not just a performance. That's a power move. And let's be real, Beyoncé has never disappointed on the NFL stage. Every time she shows up, whether it's a halftime show or even her holiday-themed performance, she absolutely owns it. Personally, I think JayZ should come out, do a couple of songs, and then step aside. Because the truth is, the audience is really there to see Beyoncé and even Blue Ivy if she joins her mom on stage. Or as the saying goes, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. And before we wrap things up, let's talk about an update that honestly feels a little heartbreaking. It's about Lil Nas X, and the situation he's in right now is pretty serious. Reports say he's been officially charged with 4 felony counts after allegedly attacking a police officer. Now, a lot of you probably remember that strange and widely shared video of him walking down the street wearing nothing but his underwear, singing at the top of his lungs. Things escalated quickly from there. He ended up stripping off even more clothes, and before long, the police arrived at the scene. According to the reports, that's when things took a violent turn. Lil Nas X allegedly attacked one of the officers, punching him in the face twice. The incident didn't stop there. Authorities suspected that he might have been under the influence of drugs or possibly experiencing a mental health crisis, so he was rushed to the hospital. After receiving treatment, though, he wasn't sent home. Instead, he was booked into jail and spent the entire weekend behind bars. He did manage to secure his release on bail, which was set at a hefty $75,000. But this isn't over by a long shot. Lil Nas X is still staring down those 4 felony charges, and he has already entered a not guilty plea. His next court hearing is scheduled for September 15th, and part of his release conditions include attending 4 Narcotics Anonymous meetings. Right after getting out, Lil Nas X didn't stay silent. He spoke publicly about what happened, and here's exactly what he had to say.
Your girl is gonna be okay, y'all. Okay? She's gonna be alright. She's gonna be alright. Shit. That was fucking terrifying. That was terrifying. That was a terrifying last 4 days.
This whole situation with Lil Nas X is just a complete mess. There's no other way to put it. A lot of people online are already calling it a publicity stunt that spiraled out of control, but I don't know if I fully believe that. To me, it feels deeper than that. When I look at what's happening, it seems like Lil Nas X is carrying a lot on his shoulders, mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually. He's been under intense pressure for years now, and I can't help but feel like it's starting to break him down. I also think there may be some struggles with substances involved, which only makes things harder. And honestly, that's why this whole story feels so sad to me. It feels like the industry has taken a toll on him. Somewhere along the way, something shifted. Something happened to him behind the scenes that we don't fully know about, and it left scars. You can see it in how he acts, in the choices he's making, and in the way these situations keep unfolding. At the end of the day, I truly hope he gets the help that he so clearly needs. He deserves healing, not just for his career, but for himself as a person. But that's my take. I'd love to hear yours. What do you think about this whole situation? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.